What's up guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Q. If you're returning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the videos. So today I'm finally giving you guys my long and overdue video. This is going to be a sit down video about my breast reduction journey, just answering questions that you guys had on TikTok. I got some questions on Instagram and I think that's about it. I've been telling y'all that I was going to do this for a while now, but now we're finally getting to it. Before we get further into the video, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any more questions or anything else that I might not have covered, and subscribe to my channel so you can see more of me and more videos. Now let's get into it. So this entire time I've been keeping questions on my notes on my phone, so I have like all the questions here. There may be more that I'm missing because, like I said, this has been over time, and the last time I checked was like this past weekend, so I could be missing some more stuff because that video was at like 11 point something K views, probably like 12 now, I don't even know. It's up there. And I had it to where at first I was going to be telling like my journey or whatever, but I'm gonna just answer the questions because I feel like I'm gonna talk about the whole thing anyways throughout that. Okay, so I had a breast reduction surgery on July 24th, 2 days after my birthday, and I had a breast reduction and a lift, only because you get a reduction they have to give you a lift. But yeah, everything else I'm just gonna answer in the questions, and like I said, if I miss anything, y'all just let me know. So the first question that I have on here is, did your insurance cover the surgery? How do you get started as far as a doctor? So to answer, did they cover it? Yes, they did. Thankfully, they did not cover it completely. There was some stuff that I had to pay out of pocket, but it was nothing crazy. Honestly, thankful, because seeing that bill and how much they covered, yeah, if you can get insurance to cover your surgery, do it. How do you get started as far as a doctor? Okay, so I've been trying to get a breast reduction for like a while now. Since I've been coming out of high school, I've been trying to get one. So I had a doctor in mind only because my cousin had a breast reduction and she went to him. So yeah, ever since I started going to the same doctor, I never stopped. I've been going there from the jump. So I really just kind of like what I saw on my cousin. Everything she told me, like everything was cool, so I'm like, cool, we just gonna go with him. I can't remember if that was a question or not or whatever, but I went to Port City Plastic Surgery, Dr. Widenhouse. I hope I'm saying his last name right, but Port City Plastic Surgery, if you look it up, you'll see the doctor on there, but I'm pretty sure it's Widenhouse, how you say it, but that's who I went to. I don't know if y'all want to travel to somebody or if y'all want to find somebody in your area, but like TikTok is definitely a go-to, or YouTube. So like look up doctors in your area, look at reviews, look at their pictures, and go from there. The next question is, what was your starting size, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind, but y'all, I went to my appointment last week and I completely forgot to ask, but the last time that I got measured, I was a 38 double D. Not a double D, I was 38 triple D. What am I talking about? I wish I was a double, but I was a triple D. I would say just add some cups to it because I was definitely bigger than that, because that was like 2-3 years before my actual procedure. So like add some sizes to that. I was pretty big. If I ever get the answer, I will give it to y'all, but I completely forgot and I don't go back to my doctor until December now. So the next question is, how bad is scarring after surgery? This is something that I was terrified of because everybody talks about the scarring and stuff, about how bad it is, whatever. But now that I actually have my procedure, y'all, I feel like my scarring is not bad at all. Like even my friend said the same thing. I think the only thing to me in my eyes that I consider bad is like the scarring from the sides, because they cut you from here to here. So I feel like the scarrings on the side, they look a little bad, but like they're not bad. And then what honestly looks the best to me is the middle part, because you really can't see it unless you like lay down. But as far as like my scarring that goes from my nipple into down, like my under boob, that looks freaking amazing. It's really just like the under boob and stuff that I'm trying to heal, but I feel like it wasn't bad at all. The next question is, when did you go back to work? I actually went back to work 3 weeks after my procedure, and I was trying to wait until September, but I had some whole stuff like going on with my job. So like as long as your stuff is situated with your job, you can take the whole time. Or to be honest, like if you want to be like me, I went back to work after 3 weeks. They had me on light duty up until September 6th, I want to say. I think it was September 6th. But so I was at work, but I was on light duty, so I really couldn't do much, but like I was at work. When were you able to take your first shower post surgery? So I got my procedure done on the 24th. I could not take a shower until I got my drains out. So that was that Wednesday that I got them out and I was able to take a shower. I was terrified to take a shower. Every time I went in the shower, I would have my back to the shower head just because I was scared to have the water touch them. Like they just felt so new, so fragile, and I was just scared. So it took me like 4 or 5 days to like actually turn around. So I would just have the water like running from my back to the front, to wash it, because she was like, you didn't have to fully submerge your boob in water, but you can go ahead and get in the shower, which I actually was told that showering is something that they like allow you to do, even though you really shouldn't. But it's like taking a bath is a no-no. Like you can't submerge in water until you fully close up. But it wasn't long though. You just really have to wait until you get your drains taken out. So it really just depends too on that. Next question, did you have surgical tape? If so, when did it come off? If you don't know what the surgical tape is, if I have a picture on my phone, I can show y'all, but I feel like I do, but I'm not sure. It literally goes under your boob from here to here and from your nipple on down. So I did have that. I was terrified of that as well, because I was like, if I rip this, will I freaking die? Will that bleed out? The surgical tape starts to come off once you actually get in the shower and start to get it wet. So it took a little longer for me because like I said, I was scared, but I feel like it took like maybe a week and a half for it to come off. And then another thing too is you're going to be terrified, but like at some point you have to start pulling it. Like they tell you once it starts to loosen up, pull it. If you feel like you have to tug it, stop, because you're probably not ready for it to come off. But when I say it literally comes off, it comes off. And then I noticed it came off a lot easier whenever I was doing my Vaseline like under and on here. I would just put it on there, and if it started to move, I was like, okay, we're good to go. Like we can just go ahead and take it off without having to worry about like ripping something. But I feel like here came off first and easier, and then the sides started to loosen up quick. But under, it feels like that thing did not want to budge. But I think it was me though, because I was washing off from like the back to the front. Next question, how do you feel mentally after having your surgery? I've heard a lot about dealing with body dysmorphia after the procedure, and I'm kind of scared. You also look great, by the way. Well, thank you. I will say at one point I did feel like I was dealing with that, but it's really because, y'all, you can ask any of my friends or anybody that asked me about the surgery. I was so ready to get back to the gym because I already knew once I had these like lifted to where they were, my stomach was going to show a lot more. And I wish I never stopped working out as much as I was, because like I would see results in my stomach, but I would be so upset because you couldn't see them with the boobs being there. And despite me knowing my surgery was in July, I stopped. What a bright idea, right? So when I saw myself, I was very, very happy because for one, you could tell like I look smaller. Like I feel smaller. I am smaller, should I say. But I know like the figure I want, how I want it to look. So I did feel that way at first, but I told myself, I'm like, Q, it's literally okay, because soon you're gonna be able to go back to the gym. So eventually that went away. Now as far as like my mental, the main thing that had me was that I had to stay in this house, because I was like, okay, I don't want to go out to like the club, to the lounge, anywhere with my friends. I was so scared about like ripping my stitches, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna do the right thing and I'm gonna stay in the house. Now I did go out a few times, but it was like we went to go eat, or when I did go to one lounge, y'all, I promise y'all, I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but you drink but you got your guard up, so like the drinks is not kicking in because your guard is up. And that's literally what it was. Like I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go home because I know I'm being a grandma and turning the mood down because I'm scared. But yeah, that was the main thing, like not being able to go out because you want to do the right thing. That was killing me mentally, but I promise y'all it goes by like super fast. And then me being able to go back to work kind of helped that. Like I wasn't doing much, but I was getting out the house, so that helped as well. But as of right now, I'm good. Like I'm working, I love my body, I'm back in the gym. Like my stomach is gonna get where it wants to get, the figure is gonna get what it's going to give. But eventually you just have to tell yourself, like in due time you're going to get the body that you want. Just do what you got to do. I promise, like it's gonna be good. Can you explain your pain after? I will say the fact that they cut you from here to here, the pain that I was expecting to feel was not that. The most discomfort or pain I felt was when I had my drains in, because you get your drains put in and they're like sitting, well, I don't know about everybody, but when I got mine put in, they were sitting here. So I felt tight already just because like I just had these people like literally suck me in, and then I had those sitting there and you could see the indents from the drains in my skin. Like it was painful. Getting my drains removed, not painful at all. Okay, my camera just timed out on me, so hopefully the lighting and stuff doesn't change, but if it does, I apologize. So yeah, there may have been like 2 nights where I felt pain. Actually no, there was one night I felt pain, and I remember this because they did give me, I think it's Oxy that I had. I want to say it's Oxy, and I took it one night just because I was like, I don't know why I feel like this. Like I'm in a little discomfort, a little pain, and I could not go to sleep. I did take one of those, but other than that, I didn't take it more than that. Now the only other, like, I wouldn't even say pain but discomfort is having to sleep on your back. In the very beginning, it's very annoying. But once I got closer to hitting my 6 weeks, I was fine. Like I just felt like I was sleeping on my back because I wanted to sleep on my back. And now sleeping on my side does kind of feel weird because I still get this like feeling where I'm like, am I hurting something? Am I doing something wrong? But you're literally fine. But like it was not bad at all. Like it really wasn't. Would I do it again? No, but like it was not bad. Did you have any infections and or complications? So thank God I did not have any infections or complications during my procedure. The only thing that I experienced, which my grandma told me after the fact because she didn't want to scare me, when I had my drains in, she did say I was clotting a little bit, but I think that was caused because when they gave me a pill after my actual procedure, I was so tired, and then also the anesthesia had me like really sick, so all I could do was like just lay down, and I was so bad off. Like when I was in my bed, she was trying to keep me propped up, but like I kept sliding down. And they did say like you really need to walk after having it so you don't get caught. So I was walking, but not really. Like I remember when she had me walk to like the front of the driveway, y'all, I literally walked and came back and was like, cool, I'm good. So I think that's why I was clotting, so don't be like me. Everything turned out fine. By the time I went to the doctor to get my drains taken out, it wasn't like a long clot. Like I got it together. But that's like the only thing. What size did you request to go down to? Well, I was looking at like images of people or whatever, because like you can take pictures and show them like what you want and they can kind of get an idea. But I was saying I wanted to be like a 38D because I saw this girl on YouTube who went down to that size. So I feel like I'm that size. I still don't know just yet because I still haven't gotten measured yet, so I'm waiting to do that. But that's the size that I requested. I was thinking like a 38D because I didn't want to go from like that big of a size to like little bitty itty bitties. The next question was, how long was the actual surgery? So I don't know how long a breast reduction is supposed to take, but mine took 3 hours. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but mine did take 3. And I only know that because of my grandma, but I really was like knocked out. So when she said that, I was like 3 hours, and I felt like 5 minutes, if that. Were you scared for the procedure? Y'all, I was literally terrified, like terrified. I knew it was something that I wanted to do, but once I got the call confirming when it would be, what time, having to pay my little money or whatever, I was like, oh shoot, this is getting real. Like it's about to happen, and this is like a real life procedure. Like I'm going under. So when I woke up that morning, I was just like, okay, I'm nervous, I'm scared, but like I gotta do this. And I went back there, I signed my paperwork, paid her the money, and I'm like, okay, I paid my money, I gotta go through with this. God got me. He has me. We're good. So I'm still kind of feeling the jitters or whatever. They take me back there, and like once I had to change and get in my gown, I was like, oh god, like what did I just sign myself up for? What am I doing? You know, and if you watch my TikTok, the video of me in the room and like in the mirror with the gown on, you can tell. Usually Q would be like, ah, you know, I'd be happy, but I was literally like, because in my head I was like, girl. Then when she came in and she started talking about like the IV, the anesthesia, I was like, oh, this is real. And when she did my IV, I was like, okay, it's no turning back. The doctor came in and started like drawing on me about where he was lifting, cutting, everything. I was like, okay. Once I got moved from the bed I was in to the actual surgical bed or whatever, that was it. Like then I woke up and I was like, thank God. Like, thank God. Did they want you smaller than requested? Yes. So one bad thing about insurance, if you want them to cover you, they get to decide what size you're going to be, because in order to get their money, they want to take a certain amount of fat out of your breast. According to my doctor, they wanted me to be a 38C. I feel like a 38C was too small, so when he told me that, I was like, a 38C? What? What I was thinking about, it'd be crazy if I'm a C now because it's not bad. But like, in my mind I was like, 38C, nah boo, I wanted a D. So we got to figure something out. He told me, he was like, okay, you want a 38D, they want a 38C. We're gonna try to have to come in the middle, because what happens is insurance say they'll cover it based off the percentage, right? When the procedure is actually done, if the surgeon does not do what they're supposed to do, they can decrease that percentage and be like, okay, well, we're only going to give you this, or shoot, we're not going to give you anything because it wasn't done how it was supposed to be. What was the pain level? I basically like already talked about that. And then what is your current bra size? I still don't know, y'all. I really don't know. I'm not ready to, but I will eventually to figure out what size I am. But until then, I really don't know. I don't know. which, to be honest, I could still go to the store and get measured and not buy a bra, but I'm not even in the mood to do that. I don't care. Like, I'm just happy I'm here and I'm not trying to go back. But yeah, I'm so happy, y'all. I am so happy that I did this. Like, the best decision ever. Like, the only thing I want to do now is keep working out, eating better, and get my body to where I want it to be. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not fat. I'm really not fat, but I want like the slim waist, shelf booty type vibe. So that's what I'm going for. And I will say too, now that I'm going to the gym, I think my breasts were causing me to like sweat a lot, because when I go now, like, I sweat, of course, because I'm working out, but I'm not like dripping in sweat. I feel so much better when I go on the treadmill. But yeah, other than that, that's basically all the questions I had from my TikTok. Like I said, if y'all have any more questions, y'all let me know in the comments or hit me up on social media and we can like chat it up, chop it up. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you guys enjoyed this, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because y'all don't want to miss seeing more of me. I will see you guys in the next video.